Good morning, students. Welcome to your computer class for Saturday. So, as we are recapitulating our chapter 1, networking concepts. So, today also we are going to continue with the same lesson. Okay. So, let us start our today's session. But before starting, we shall do a small recap of what we have done in our last class. So, if you can remember or recall from our previous class. So, in the last class, we had learned that, we had recapitulated or revisited the topic that on networking. What is networking? So, networking can be defined as a group of computers or other peripheral devices that are linked together for the purpose of sharing data and hardware resources. Then we had learned the different advantages of networking, that is efficient use of storage media. Okay, that means one hard disk can be shared by all the computers in a network. Then preserving information, we can store the information in the central point, that is in the server, instead of storing it on all the different computers, that is in the client. Then reduction in hardware costs. Okay, so as we know that networking is used for sharing hardware resources. So hardware resources includes your, what you can say, CPU, okay, CD writer, or you can say a scanner, printer. Okay, so we can share among different computers in a network, which will reduce the hardware costs. Then we had learned about efficiency, okay, which brings in any alteration or modification, upgradation can be done at a single point, that is in the server. Then redundancy, so less use of paper, as soft copies can be shared among computers in a network. Then we had learned about quickest document delivery, that means since the computers are in network, so we can quickly send an email to our friends which are in different parts of the country. Then we had learned about the different networking components. So in order to establish a wired networking, we will need a network card, networking cables, hubs and switches. And in order to establish a wireless networking, we will be needing a wireless network card, which is already installed, or what you say are inbuilt in most laptop computers. Then radio signals are used instead of cables, and access points and routers are used instead of hub and switches in wireless networking. Then we had learned that there are various types of network depending on the geographical area, which are PAN, that is personal area network, then which is for mainly created for an individual. Then we have LAN, local area network, which comprises within a small building, a campus. Okay, then we have metropolitan area network, which covers an entire city. Okay, then we had wide area network, which is spread across different countries, different parts of the world, and internet is the best example of WAN. Okay, so this was all about from your previous class, which we have recapitulated. So let us start about today's session. Okay, so the learning objectives of today's session will be, we will recapitulate on the topic what is network architecture and how to access a file from a shared drive. Okay, so let's start. So our first topic is network architecture. Okay, so we know that a network architecture is an overall design of a computer network that describes how a computer network will be configured and what strategies should be used in making the computers in the network. So computer networks are mainly of two types, which are client server network and the other one is peer-to-peer network. Then first one is the client server network. It is a network where you can see several computers which are called as clients or workstations are connected to the main computer, which is called as the server. Okay. Now a server is what? Is a computer that provides services to the clients and control access hardware to software and other resources. And clients on the other hand are the computers which request services like data retrieval, storage, etc. from the server. The next one we have is peer-to-peer network. Now peer-to-peer is a network where a few computers having equal capacity and capabilities are connected together to use the resources available on the network. So in peer-to-peer network there is no central server. Okay, instead each computer can act as a server as well as a client. Okay, so this was from here network architecture. Then let's go to our next topic, that is accessing a file from a shared drive. So how to access a file means use a file from a shared drive. So to access a file from a shared drive, we need to follow the certain steps. That is, we have to double click on the network icon on the desktop, or we can click on the start button, and from there we can choose computer, and then we have to select the network option from the folder pane as shown in the screen. Then a list of shared drives will be displayed on the view pane. From there we have to select the required shared drive to see the contents in the view pane, and we have to find the required file from the drive. If we want to open the file, we have to double click on it. Then we will see the contents of the particular file. Then in order to copy the file, we have to just right click on it and select the copy option from the cascading or the shortcut menu. Then in the folder pane, we have to select the computer icon to view the storage drives on our computer. And we have to just click on the drive where we want to place the copied file. Then we have to right click anywhere on the view pane and select the paste option. So the file will be get paste. So the file will be copied to the selected drive on our computer. Okay. So this is all about our how to access a file from a shared drive. So let us do a small summary of our today's session. So in our today's session, we have learned that network architecture. What is network architecture? It is an overall design of a computer network which will describe how a computer network should be configured and what strategy should be used. Then we have learned that computer networks are mainly of two types, that is the client-server network, where several computers, client or workstations are connected to the main computer called the server. Then we had learned about peer-to-peer network, where a few computers having equal capacity and capabilities are connected together to use the resources available on the network. Okay. Then we had learned how to access a file from a shared drive. So first we have to double click on the network icon on the desktop, or what we can do is we can click on the start button and from the computer icon, and then we have to select the network option from the folder pane. And from there we have to select the required shared drive to see its contents in the view pane, and from there we have to find the required file in the drive, and if we want to open it we have to just double click on it, and then you have to select the copy option and then paste that file in our drive. Okay, so this is all about our today's session. Okay, so after this video I have some extra questions for you, okay, which you are going to complete from your Let's Know More and Know the Fact from your lesson. Please do it, and at the same time keep learning. Okay, thank you. Have a nice day.